Hello my dear children, this video contains all the important notes on the chapter Electoral Politics from Political Science, which is a very interesting and important chapter. Here we will have notes on the contents like the Haryana Assembly elections, what is the significance of election, why there is a need of election, what makes elections democratic, is it good to have political competition. Then we will discuss about the total election process in India, and then we will have a comparative study of elections that is between India and UK. Then we will discuss about the role of election commission, then challenges faced by the system of elections in India and suggested reforms. Now let us start with the Haryana Assembly elections. Chaudhary Debilal, he led a movement called Nyaya Yudh and he formed a new party called Lok Dal. He said in his campaigning that if his party won the elections, his government would waive का मतलब है माफ करना, the loans of farmers and small businessmen. And it was in 1987 elections, Lok Dal and its partners won 76 out of 90 seats in the state assembly, and after becoming chief minister, his government issued an order and by which it waived up the loans of small farmers, agricultural laborers and small businessmen. Before the formation of Lok Dal, Chaudhary Debilal was the chief of the Haryana Sangharsh Samiti. ये एक organization था जिसका chief था, and he became very popular, and after that he formed a party called Lok Dal. Now the next topic we will discuss why there is a need of elections. Elections can lead to changes in the policies of government, and people, they are unhappy if they are with the ruling party, they can vote against it in the next election. The party that wins the election forms the government. Now next we will discuss what makes an election democratic. Everyone should be able to choose. This means that everyone should have one vote and every vote should have equal value. There should be something to choose from. Parties and candidates should be free to contest elections and should offer some real choice to the voters. The choice should be offered at regular intervals. मतलब regular intervals में election होना चाहिए, और हमारी country में ये हर 5 साल में होता है. The candidate preferred by people should get elected and it should be conducted in a free and fair manner. Now the next topic is it good to have a political competition? Political competition का अपना मेरिट है और डिमेरिट है. We will start with the demerit. An electoral competition has many demerits. जैसे it creates a sense of disunity, it creates factionalism. Then candidates and parties, they use dirty tricks also for winning elections. People who want to serve the country, they avoid entering this field because they think that politics is not good. Then political competition का merits क्या है? The first merit is that people will get the full right to vote and choose their representative. Then the country which has adopted the election procedure is counted in a democratic country, because election is the foremost criteria to be declared as a democratic country. It helps the elected representative to go out and serve the country and the countrymen. After the people get right to vote, they are considered also as equal. और क्या है? Regular electoral competition provides incentives to political parties and leaders. They know that if they raise issues that people want to be raised, then their chances of victory will increase in the next election. So if a political party is motivated by the desire to be in power, then also it will be forced to serve the people. So this is very important. Here are the two images showing how the voter gives vote being attracted by various projects of the political parties. So, and the political parties go to the voter with their programs and policies. And after election, दूसरा जो फोटो में दिया गया है, कि वो अपने प्रोमिसेस से बहुत कम ही प्रोमिसेस को पूरा करते हैं, ठीक है. सो बट एनीवे दिस इज एन इंसेंटिव फॉर पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज, एट लीस्ट under motivation of being in power they serve the people. Now next topic we are going to discuss about is our system of elections, जिसमें हम what is general election, what is by election पढ़ेंगे, फिर electoral constituencies के बारे में पढ़ेंगे, then reserved constituencies, voters list, nomination process, then we will discuss about election campaigning and of course the code of conduct to be followed during election. Then we will discuss also about the polling and outcome of election. So let us start with what is general election and what is by election. When elections are held in all constituencies at the same time or in few days, this is called general election. When election is held for one constituency to fill the vacancy caused by death or resignation of a member, we call it by election. नेक्स्ट हम पढ़ेंगे इलेक्टोरल constituencies. The country is divided into different areas for the purpose of elections and these are called electoral constituencies. There are two types of constituencies. एक MP constituency है. The country is divided into Lok Sabha constituencies which elect a member of parliament or MP. Similarly, each state is divided into assembly constituencies and the representative is called MLA, Member of Legislative Assembly. Now, what are reserved constituencies? The makers of our constitution thought of special system of reserved constituencies for weaker section because they thought in an open electoral system certain weaker section may not get a good chance to win election, so they came up with reservation for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. वैसे ही 1/3 seats are reserved for women in rural and urban local bodies, and this system of reservation is also extended to the backward classes in urban and local bodies in many of the states. Now next we will discuss what is a voters list. The list containing the name and information about a voter, we call it a voters list. This is officially known as electoral roll and commonly known as voters list. In our country, all citizens who are aged 18 years and above can vote in an election and this voters list is updated every 5 years. Next we will discuss about the nomination process in Indian election. The next topic is nomination of candidates. Every person who wishes to contest an election has to fill a nomination form and give some money as security deposit. So a person who can be a voter also can become a candidate in election. For this, his minimum age should be 25 years. For giving a vote, he needs to be 18 years of age. But for contesting election, the minimum age to contest election to Lok Sabha is 25 years and for Rajya Sabha it is 30 years. Now another one restriction is those who are criminals in extreme case cannot contest in the election. And parties nominate candidates and it is often called party ticket. Party अगर candidates को nominate करता है तो उससे party ticket बोला जाता है, ठीक है. So every candidate has to give a legal declaration. क्या लीगल डिक्लेरेशन देना है? सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने ये मैंडेटरी किया हुआ है कि जो भी कैंडिडेट इलेक्शन लड़ेगा, मीन्स ए पर्सन हु इज कंटेस्टिंग इलेक्शन हैज टू गिव 3 डिटेल्स. 1. Serious criminal cases pending against the candidate if it is there. Then details of assets and liabilities of the candidate and his family. Educational qualification of the candidate. So these informations are to be made public. So this provides an opportunity to the voter to make their decision on the basis of the information provided by the candidate. Now there is a debate whether educational qualification should be mandatory for a person who is contesting election. And if we will have a survey, we will find that educational qualifications are not relevant to all kinds of jobs. जरूरी नहीं है कि कुछ particular पढ़ा लिखा हो. There are many examples that without education also the people can take good decisions. And in our country, putting an educational qualification would go against the spirit of democracy, because it would deprive a majority of the population to contest elections. अगर सपोज एग्जाम्पल के लिए एक डिग्री फिक्स कर दिया जाए कि ग्रेजुएट होना है या मिनिमम ए ग्रेजुएट कैन contest election, then definitely 90% of the citizens will become ineligible to contest election. So that we cannot do, because अगर कोई पढ़ लिख नहीं पाया, there are circumstances for which he could not, but we cannot deprive him from his political rights. So it cannot be made mandatory for a candidate. Okay. Now next we will discuss about the election campaigning. This is the most important phase of election. And so in our country, election campaign takes place for 2-week period between the announcement of the final list of candidates and the date of polling. During this period, the candidate contact the voters, and their main purpose is to mobilize their supporters or the people, and the parties try to get support of people through rallies, through meetings, through door-to-door contact with the people. They also campaign through electronic media like newspapers, television channels, and social sites and other media also. There are some important slogans given here, like Garibi Hatao was the slogan of Congress party that was in Lok Sabha election of 1971. Save Democracy was the slogan of Janata Party in 1977. Land to the Tiller was the slogan of Left Front in West Bengal. Protect the self-respect of Telugus was the slogan used by N.T. Ramarao, the leader of Telugu Desam Party in Andhra Pradesh. There are certain demerits also of election campaigning. It creates a sense of disunity and factionalism also. Political parties and leaders, they often put allegation against one another. Then they use dirty tricks also. But at the same time, it's there is more competition. They want to get support of the people, and at least by this they can do something good for the people. Though election campaigning has some disadvantage, but at least through this, they, with the objective of coming to power, they serve the people, they do good to the people. Here is a glimpses of the election campaigning that has been prepared by the student of class 9th D in the session 2019 for SST exhibition. Do watch it.
This is an exhibition on electoral competition in India, and children have presented a Chhattisgarh election.
Now this is the campaigning. Here two parties, the main parties are there, which are explaining their mottos and the manifestos of conducting elections.
Anything else you want to convey?
Here is the third stage of election polling. Here is the entrance. They are making line and entering the room, then showing the voter identity card and then pulling them in. This is the third stage of voting.
Okay, and what's this?
This is the last stage of election. This is result and
Okay.
last year's election. Assembly.
Thank you.
During election, a certain code of conduct are followed, and this code of conducts are issued by the election commission to conduct the election in a smooth manner. Under the code of conduct, no party can bribe or threaten voters. They cannot appeal to the voters in the name of caste or religion. They cannot use government resources. They cannot use government vehicles, aircrafts and officials for election. And once election dates are announced, ministers shall not lay foundation stone of any project. So this is about code of conduct to be followed during election. Now there is another topic. Are the elections too expensive for our country? Yeah, this is definitely a matter of concern. Election में parties बहुत सारे पैसा खर्चा करते हैं. So some people are of the opinion that political parties and the election commission should think about it to find out the alternatives to make the expenditure less. Now, next topic is polling and counting of votes. On the designated dates of voting, people go to the polling booths. Generally, polling booths are schools and colleges, and they get identified by the officials. They show their election photo identity card or other identity cards like driving license, Aadhaar card, etc. Then the officials put a mark on the fingers of persons. Then the person cast his or her vote. And electronic voting machines are used for casting votes. Earlier ballot papers were used. Ballot paper का मतलब है simple paper जिसमें plain paper जिसमें vote the contesting candidates का नाम and party symbols रहेगा. So at present electronic voting machines are used instead of ballot papers. Counting of votes begin after few days of election, and the final stage of an election is the day when the voters cast their vote, and after that the result is declared, the votes are counted, and after counting the results are declared. The next important topic is role of election commission in India. There is an independent election commission to conduct election, and this election commission takes important decisions related to election. The President of India appoints the Chief Election Commission. Once he is elected, he cannot be easily removed. And the Election Commission takes decision on every aspect of election. It implements the code of conduct. It punishes any candidate or party that violates it. When on election duty, the government officers work under the Election Commission. When it finds that polling was not fair in some booths or in an entire constituency, then the Election Commission order for a re-poll in that particular area. Next, we will have a comparative study between participation of people in election or election related activities in Western countries and in India. Here the graph is given of UK and India, but we are talking about the whole Western countries and India. In last 50 years, the turnout of voters, turnout क्या होता है, जितने लोग voting के लिए जाते हैं, has remained stable in India, but in Europe and North America, the voters' turnout has declined. In India, the poor, illiterate and underprivileged people vote in large proportion in compared to the rich and privileged in US and other countries. Common people in India give a lot of importance to elections, and the interest of voters in election related activities has been increasing over the years in India. 1 out of every 7 voter is a member of a political party in India. Now the next topic is acceptance of election outcomes. इलेक्शन हो गया, रिजल्ट भी डिक्लेयर हो गया, तो उसको कैसे एक्सेप्टेंस मिलता है, तो उसके लिए भी एक कंपैरिजन दिया हुआ है वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज के बारे में, इंडिया के बारे में. द रूलिंग पार्टीज रूटीनली लूज इलेक्शंस इन इंडिया, whereas it is not so in western countries. In United States, a sitting elected representative rarely loses an election. Candidates with criminal connection also lose election. तो हम ये नहीं बोल सकते कि सारे election जो it is about money and muscle power. The electoral outcomes are usually accepted as people's verdict by the defeated party. आप देखते होंगे जब election result आता है, जो पार्टी हार जाता है, तो it says that it will assess where it has failed to keep the promises of the people, और ये एक्सेप्ट करता है जो रिजल्ट आया है. सो बट स्टिल देर आर सर्टन चैलेंजेस टू फ्री एंड फेयर इलेक्शन. Now, let us discuss what are the challenges to free and fair election. Candidates with money enjoy unfair advantage over smaller parties. Candidates with criminal records dominate others and remove them from the electoral race. Some political parties are dominated by families also, जो पूरे family members को और उनके relatives को tickets देते हैं. Small parties suffer huge setback as compared to big parties. So these are the drawbacks in present electoral system almost in all the democracies of the world. So all the parties, all the countries, all the democratic countries should work in this regard to deal with the challenges in the system of election. Here are two images. The पहला जो image है, this is a cartoon titled Electoral Campaign. It is from Latin America. It shows the use of money in elections. तो इसमें क्वेश्चन है क्या हमारी कंट्री में भी ऐसा होता है या in many places it is so, in many counts it is so, and whenever the election commission get report of it, it conducts a re-poll there and takes action against the concerned. जो दूसरा इमेज है इसमें दो इमेज है जिसमें लिखा गया है टुडे एंड टुमारो. पहला इमेज बताता है कि इलेक्शन से पहले कैसे पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स दे आर एट द डोर स्टेप्स ऑफ द वोटर्स, एंड दूसरा बताता है कि इलेक्शन के बाद क्या करते हैं. जितने सारे प्रोमिसेस किए थे सारे को कुचल के आगे बढ़ते हैं. इट मीन्स दे डू नॉट कीप अप देयर प्रोमिसेस. तो ये होता है बहुत सारे डेमोक्रेसी में, तो ये भी एक ड्रॉबैक है. तो इसके लिए डेमोक्रेसी में या इलेक्शन सिस्टम में कुछ सुधार चाहिए. देयर इज अ नीड ऑफ रिफॉर्म. सो क्या रिफॉर्म्स हो सकता है? So it's not given in your book what reforms should be there, but question do come that what electoral reforms we can have. The parties should maintain internal democracy. They should not give ticket to candidates having money and muscle power. State funding of election is a better alternative. कि जो अपने हिसाब से अपने मर्जी से जितना चाहे पैसा खर्चा नहीं कर सकता, एक लिमिटेड पैसा होगा और स्टेट मॉनिटर करेगा. Yeah, the country will monitor. Women candidates should be given party tickets in proper proportion. Family dominance in parties must end. So in this way we can think of bringing reforms in the existing system of elections.